Welcome to the second episode of Satanic Views, which will have presentations by Jason Posey and Jack Martelli. And we'll also pack up our video cameras and head down under to interact with the indigenous creatures of Australia. Special thanks to environmentalist Jenny McLean, whom you may have seen on Animal Planet's Jeff Corwin Experience. She let us videotape our volunteer work at the Bat Hospital. But first, my rant against Christian Children's Fund. I admit that I applaud them for doing nice things, and there's no denying that they saved more people in 1 month than I will in a lifetime. But nobody is immune to criticism, and so here's a different take on Christian Children's Fund. Whether it's them or Sally Struthers, annoying TV commercials about starving people in third world pus holes have been around for years. The problem isn't going away anytime soon, because although these kids get their handouts, they grow up to reproduce, and in many cases, the average household has 5 kids or more. I suspect they're not learning from their mistakes, and as the population explodes, so does famine, disease, and starvation. So I suggest the Christian right abandon their so-called pro-life policy and start sending condoms to the starving nations of Africa.
Greetings. Today's lesson will be about the pentagram. The pentagram is a major symbol of witchcraft in the modern world. Of course, it's been divided in its use. The point-up pentagram has been used to symbolize Wicca, whereas the point-down pentagram has been used to symbolize Satanism. Historically, the pentagram symbolized, among other things, the planet Venus. The 5 points could be interpreted as representing the planets Mercury, Saturn, Jupiter, and Mars, with Venus at the top, representing the Queen of Heaven. In Latin, Venus as the morning star was known as Lucifer. The followers of Pythagoras in ancient Greece were also said to have used the pentagram in the point-down form as a symbol of health and the emergence of the universe from chaos. In medieval times, writers such as Cornelius Agrippa adopt the symbolism of the 4 elements, earth, air, fire, and water, with the 5th element, spirit or form, the Platonic idea, representing the 5th point. In medieval magic and witchcraft, the pentagram was used as a symbol for the demon Astaroth in the Lesser Key of Solomon, as seen here. The pentagram was also used as a seal of Solomon, along with the hexagram, for which purpose it was used to command demons. In popular usage, it was considered a ward against witchcraft. Christians also used the pentagram as a symbol of the 5 wounds of Christ, or of the 5 joys of Mary received from Jesus. It appears to have been the 19th century French sorcerer Eliphas Lévi who adopted the usage of the point-up and point-down pentagrams as opposed to each other. Lévi stated that the point-up pentagram represented mankind and the microcosm, as well as Christ and the reconciliation of God and man. He claimed that the point-down pentagram represented Satan and the forces of chaos. In the book Le Clef de la Magie Noire, published in 1897, Lévi's concept was finally put into print, as you can see here. Later, this image would be reprinted in the book A Pictorial History of Magic and the Supernatural by Maurice Bessy. The goat-head pentagram, minus the names Samael and Lilith, will be put on the cover of the book, as seen here. The cover of this book would be adopted by Anton LaVey and the Church of Satan as their symbol. Meanwhile, Gerald Gardner would adopt the point-up pentagram as the chief symbol of the Wiccan religion. However, in Gardnerian Wicca, the point-down pentagram is also used as a symbol of the 2nd degree of initiation. So what does the pentagram symbolize? Well, there are many interpretations, but we could look at it this way. Lévi was partly correct. The point-up pentagram does symbolize the microcosm, humanity, Belial, whereas the point-down pentagram symbolizes, in opposition, the macrocosm, the universe, and the powers of chaos. However, note this. When a pentagram is drawn, it forms a pentagon in the center. Connect the dots, and it forms another pentagram. Thus, an upright pentagram is formed within the point-down pentagram. The microcosm contained within the macrocosm, Lucifer manifest. Conversely, within the point-up pentagram, the microcosm, mankind, contains within it the macrocosm, the darkness and void of the soul, which is also the source of free will and consciousness, the dragon, the beast within.
After all these years, I finally got to see that 1968 horror movie, Roman Polanski's Rosemary's Baby. The only reason I sat through this 136-minute piece of junk was because I heard a stupid rumor that Anton LaVey was in the movie. Don't get me wrong, this Paramount movie was an effective soap opera. Acting and cinematography was great, but it doesn't stand the test of the times. Because of its inaccurate, naive depiction of satanic witches, the slow-paced and creepy naked old people, I rated it a 3 out of 10, And now we switch our location from Arizona to Australia.
G'day! Welcome to Australia, down under, the great Australian outback. We're having a walkabout, and Jack Martelli here is catching an animal known as a blue-tongued skink. They're native to Australia. Woo-hoo! Crikey, she's a beauty. Have a look at that. The situation is, we just found out that 2 bats have been snagged onto some barbed wire fences, and so we're gonna go rescue them. Give me the wire cutters. Give me the wire cutters.
Dude.
I'll leave it there.
Oh, shit.
That one's already gone. There's another one over there on the other side.
Give me the wire cutters. Give me the wire cutters.
Dude.
Now that we've rescued those bats, I think you can go in and they'll thank you.
Hey, you're the one who's vaccinated for rabies.
Yeah. Look at that. Let's go ahead and take one home with us. Yeah. All of them. This one too. You.
Let's zoom down as it goes.
Oh!
Before we let this blue-tongued skink go, I'm going to pet her and befriend her.
Dude, that's a wild animal. You don't want to hold her.
Ow! Ow, God damn!
I think it's mad.
No, he's just playing.
Ow! Oh, it's really mad. Oh, oh, you're drawing blood.
Well, thank you for joining us for another episode of Satanic Views. Oh, that's so sweet. Good stuff.